You're watching Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm Harrison Graham. Is the run of quarterbacks not coming as early as we thought in the NFL draft? We'll start there here on today's show. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported / kind of guesstimated based on what he's heard. It is smokescreen season, as you guys know, that the Panthers are going to draft Bryce Young number 1. That's pretty well known at this point. They claim they haven't made a final decision, but it sounds like they have. But then Schefter said the next quarterback may not go until the 4th pick with the Indianapolis Colts. Sounds like the Texans don't want the other quarterbacks at number 2 after Bryce Young. Here's what Schefter had to say. Quote, he says, what if the run on quarterbacks is a little bit delayed? We've been hearing QBs will go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not going to happen, I don't believe. Indianapolis thinks there's a real chance right now that they can sit at 4 and get potentially the second quarterback in this draft. There's a chance we might not see a QB go at 2 or 3. This is very fascinating for this NFL draft because Schefter's right. There was a lot of chatter for a few weeks there that the first 4 picks could be quarterbacks because you could see whoever Carolina's going to take at 1, obviously. Houston would take the other quarterback at 2. Arizona would trade with someone to draft a QB at 3. Colts would take one at 4. Now, obviously, Arizona could still trade 3 to a QB-needy team. Houston could still take a QB at 2 or trade that pick to a QB-needy team. But I think the Texans are kind of the wild card right now because it doesn't sound like they are as interested in the other top 4 quarterbacks outside of Bryce Young. And if it's true that Carolina is going to take Bryce Young, Houston could be open for business. In fact, Nick Caserio, their GM, even said that they've taken calls and they're open for business potentially with that number 2 pick. Now, you're probably asking yourself as you look at the draft order, well, how does this relate to the Bears? Well, if 2 picks in the top 4 aren't quarterbacks, and let's just say the first 4 picks are 2 QBs and 2 non-QBs, so let's say Bryce Young goes 1 and the Colts take Stroud at 4, well, you've got less mileage to go between 5 and 9, and there might be a chance that when the Bears pick at number 9 that a quarterback is available, whether it be Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, and that would be huge for Chicago because if a quarterback is still on the board at number 9 that teams like, a.k.a. the top 4 guys, good chance Ryan Poles trades down again because you're going to see a team come calling and say, whoa, we did not see a quarterback being available all the way down here at number 9. Kind of like when Justin Fields was available at 11 a few years ago, and the Bears were like, we have to go get him. Like, we did not see him falling outside of the top 10. That could be the case here once again with the number 9 selection in that range. Now, some potential trade-up teams to move up with the Bears at number 9 and go get a quarterback. Tennessee, they've been heavily rumored as a team that's interested in drafting a quarterback this year. Keep an eye on them. How about Houston at 12? What if at 2 they draft Will Anderson or they trade down for another selection, but trade back up a few selections to get a quarterback? I think that could happen. Washington at 16, I think they're a wild card team here. Producer Rowley would be in shambles because he's a Sam Howell truther, but they could go get their guy. Tampa Bay at 19, if they want to try and remain win-now mode, the NFC South is wide open. If they like a quarterback, they could make a big move up. And then I'll throw in Baltimore as a wild card. Listen, if the Lamar stuff doesn't work out for the Ravens, maybe they ship him out elsewhere and then move up to number 9 to go get their quarterback. I think a lot of things could be on the table between now and next Thursday's first round of the NFL draft. What do you guys think? What will the Bears end up doing with the number 9 selection? Type T for trade or K for keep. Get your votes in down in the comments section below, T for trade or K for keep. And share this video on Twitter. Spread the word. Click that share button. Select the Twitter icon. Click post to Twitter. And everybody that tags me in their tweet before they actually send the tweet, just add my handle in there. I will retweet you guys. Everyone that tags me in it will get a retweet on my Twitter page. So spread the word. Share this video here on social media. Next up here on Bears Now, could Chicago draft Oregon cornerback Christian Gonzalez? Peter Schrager of NFL Network has Gonzalez to the Bears in his initial mock draft. Here's what Schrags had to say. Quote, the strong, smart, speedy quarter out of Oregon, transferred from Colorado, is a gamer. The Bears have so many needs, and snagging a top cover man with the 9th overall choice makes them better tomorrow. He could go before Illinois corner Devin Witherspoon, and I actually think he will be the first corner taken, that being Gonzalez. And look, I'll be honest, I think the Bears should take a corner on day 1 or day 2. I'm a little hesitant to take one with the 9th pick, but Ryan Poles has pretty consistently stuck to his draft board early on here. And if a corner is the highest player on his board at 9, it's still a big enough need that it would not shock me at all if they took one there. I think in that case, they'd rather trade down, but it takes two to tango. If there's not a team willing to trade up, then taking a corner like Gonzalez or Witherspoon could definitely be in play. Today's show is sponsored by Z-Biotics. Let's face it, guys. When y'all hammer me with super chats and drinks start flowing, I don't recover as well the next day, especially now that I'm almost 30. I'm a dad now. The body just doesn't respond the same way as you get older. That is until I found Z-Biotics. Z-Biotics Pre-Alcoholic Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut where you need it most. So drink Z-Biotics before drinking alcohol, then you drink responsibly and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Give Z-Biotics a try yourself. Go to zbiotics.com/chatsports to get 15% off your first order when you use code chatsports at checkout. Z-Biotics is backed with 100% money back guaranteed, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So head to zbiotics.com/chatsports. Use code chatsports. It comes in this little vial here. You just rip it before your night of drinking. Drink responsibly, get a good night's sleep, and when you wake up, you're going to be feeling just fine. zbiotics.com/chatsports. Check the comments, check the description. Code chatsports to get 15% off. You look at Christian Gonzalez's coverage stats this past year. Gave up about 60%. Not as good as some of the other corners in this class, but he's got the tools, the physical makeup to be elite. Only gave up 3 touchdowns, 7 breakups, 4 interceptions. You like that. So, he might give up a few more completions than other guys, but he's going to take the football away. And when you think about what the Bears currently have, Jaylon Johnson is kind of the opposite, right? Like Johnson doesn't get a ton of picks, but he also doesn't give up a ton of completions either. So you put him opposite of Johnson, Kyler Gordon's your nickel, with the safety tandem you have in Brisker and Eddie Jackson. That's a pretty damn good secondary if the Bears were to get a good corner early on in this draft, which is why I do think it's a heavy possibility. Now, name a player you don't want with the number 9 pick. Maybe you don't want a corner. Maybe you don't want Christian Gonzalez. Let me know. Drop a name in the comments section of someone you do not want the Bears to take at number 9 overall. Let's hit 65,000 subscribers ASAP. We're at 64,681. Just over 300 away. And remember, if we get to 65,000 before next Tuesday, which will be our last live show before the NFL draft, we'll do another fan-led mock. We need 319 more. That's the milestone. That's the threshold. If you guys want another fan-led mock, let's get to 65K in the next week. Also, you can expect daily videos, the latest Bears news, rumors, draft coverage, free agency. We're doing it all. Hit that subscribe button here on the channel. Let's get to an interesting rumor here. How about cutting Cairo Santos? Bleacher Report dropped an article of 5 notable names that could get cut, and they mentioned the Bears kicker as a potential candidate here. Alex K of Bleacher Report had this to say. He said, while his field goal accuracy was still on point, Santos converted 21 of 23 tries. It may be time for the Bears to find a kicker who can grow with this team as it prepares to exit its rebuild and become a contender again. With potential cap savings of $3 million, Santos could be replaced by a much cheaper option. There's been a couple of kind of deep rumors that the Bears could go in a different direction at kicker. They could save a little money and get someone cheaper. My thought is like, yeah, okay, you can save $3 million, but that's not like some massive number. And for the most part, Santos has been pretty rock solid. Like, I don't know if he's like your kicker for the next 5 to 7 years. I would like to get someone with a stronger leg, especially as long as they're at Soldier Field and windy Chicago. But for now, like, I'm fine with Santos. I think you have other needs to worry about. Like, I don't think you have to force the issue at kicker. And people are like, oh, Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould is 40 years old and also doesn't have the strongest leg. I'm not opposed to it, but let's not act like that's some long-term solution either. I think the only way Santos gets cut is if they draft someone in the 7th round or bring him in as a UDFA or sign another vet, and he just gets beat out in camp. I don't think you're just looking to cut Santos. If someone's on the 90-man and beats him out, hey, props. Then you save the $3 million and you move on. But I don't think like kicker is like the central focus of Ryan Poles at this point in time. What would you do with Cairo Santos? Type K for keep or C for cut. I'm keeping Santos for now. Is he a perfect kicker? No. Does he have the occasional missed extra point? Yes. But you know what? He's pretty damn solid. He's close to 90% on field goal conversion. Inside 50 yards, he's been pretty much automatic. So I'm not going to force the issue at kicker. All right, guys, appreciate you for tuning in to our Bears News and Rumors segment here. Remember, share this video on social media. If you tag me in the tweet on Twitter, I will retweet you guys. So shout out to the real ones. Bear down. You guys know what the deal is.